Etsy Plus. Should you be upgrading your Etsy account? So you can follow this link right here that I'm also going to leave in the resources below for the full article from Etsy with all of the details and information about the Etsy Plus account. But in this video, I'm going to be breaking down all of the main benefits that you get if you do decide to upgrade your account. So first, just as a reminder, for when you create your Etsy account, your Etsy standard account, there are no monthly fees, no subscription fees. But for the Etsy Plus account, it costs $10 per month. But now, what are the benefits? The first benefit is that you get 15 listing credits. So remember the 20 cents per listing that we talked about it before? You get 15 listing credits for free as soon as you upgrade it. So you can create 15 new listings, or you can offer 15 of the same products without having to pay for that fee. You also get $5 credit for Etsy ads. So if you're curious to see how your products would do with Etsy advertising, you can just test it out with this credit that you get for free. You get this $5 credit, and then you can see how well your shop and product performs, and then decide for yourself if you want to spend more and more money on your own. You also get the ability to customize your shop URL, and that can be very beneficial, especially if you're marketing your shop in other platforms, which is highly recommended, and you want that memorable shop URL that it's easy to type and that it's not going to confuse any potential products, so you can more easily grab them and bring them to your shop. You also get access to the restock request button. So when your product listing goes out of stock, any potential customers on the Etsy platform will not be able to see the listing at all. But if you have your Etsy Plus account, they're going to be able to see the listing and actually input their email to be notified when your product is back in stock. So this is a great benefit for you to not lose any potential customers, even when you're out of stock. You also get some discounts and perks, and those are across multiple features throughout your Etsy account, and you can refer to the article to read more about all of the details. But a couple of examples are you get some discounts for shipping labels. So when you have physical products and you need to ship those directly to the customers, you have additional discounts for that. And you are also able to, for example, add your brand logo or other information to the printing label, to the label design. So that can give you some more brand consistency as well. And then last but not least, you get access to advanced shop customization. And this one is super excited, and I'm going to refer to the article that I mentioned before to show you guys some of the examples. So I have it open over here. You can read through everything, all of the details as I said, but if I skip to advanced shop customization and then click on learn more, you see here some of the features that you get with your Etsy Plus account. So first, you get banner customizations. So with your Etsy storefront, your shop storefront, as I've already shown you guys before, there's that banner that you have access to. With your Etsy Plus account, there are different options on how to use that banner. You can choose a slider. So if you want to really grab the attention and give even more information to your customer, you can do up to 4 different images on the slider, or you can do a collage. So right off the bat, do 4 different images. You also get some benefits when managing your images and layouts. For example, you're able to add a link to an image that can take the customer to any product listing or any part of your shop. So that could be a great way to grab even more purchases or to maybe upsell your customers for even more products within your shop. And you also get access to the featured items. So I'm going to show you guys here an example that you can select. So here's an example of a shop that has the Etsy Plus account. As you can see, they're using the slider that automatically goes through, or the customer can go ahead and slide it for themselves. And as you can see, it could really increase the opportunity for sales if you're announcing a sale that you're having, or if there's some information as they have here regarding the purchases or coupon codes. And if you scroll down, you can see that when you have your Etsy Plus account, you have the ability to choose featured items to show up bigger on your shop storefront, so you can really grab the attention of your customers. And you can be very strategic about that. You can try to put feature items for products that you want to get rid of or sell faster, or for your bestseller products that you know resonate really well with your audience and you're most likely going to get a sale if you really advertise it well. So these are just some of the benefits of having your Plus account. In my opinion, I would suggest that you start with the Etsy standard account because there are already so many wonderful features integrated to the free account. And in my opinion, you should test it out because really what's going to determine the success of your shop are going to be the products that you're offering, the customer service that you're offering. And once you're successful with those, using your Etsy standard account, then you can go ahead and upgrade for $10 a month and then really maximize something that is already successful. So that's just my opinion, but it's completely up to you. And it's also worth mentioning that anytime if you have upgraded your Etsy account to your Plus account, you can easily go back to the standard account, so it's not something that you decide and you have to stick with it forever. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you have any questions, be sure to leave those below, and let's go ahead and get to the next video. Welcome to the Product Research and Development module. If you already have a product that you know you want to sell, or if you've already been selling your product successfully, you might be tempted to skip this module. But I would encourage you to stick around because in the next few videos, I'm not only going to be sharing my favorite tools to find products that will actually sell on Etsy, which may help you increase your product line or improve the products that you're already selling, but I'm also going to be sharing additional tools and strategies for you to validate, create, and display your product successfully on your Etsy shop. So I'm super excited. Grab a cup of coffee and let's get to it.
So you want to find high demand, low competition products to sell on Etsy that will give you the freedom to quit your job and work from anywhere in the world. Well, you're in the right place, and you're about to learn a secret Etsy product research method that you've never seen before and get 100% free access to my personal Etsy product research spreadsheet. And we'll be using my favorite Etsy product research tool, which by far is Everbee, which you can get started for free, both of which will be linked in the description section below. And now let's find some profitable products to sell. All right, so first, before we start filling out the Etsy product research spreadsheet with all the important information that we need before we start launching the product, first we need to identify an overall category, a high demand category of products, which can be physical or digital on Etsy. Then what we're gonna do is, okay, here's a big category, right? Let's say like men's wallets or wall art or printable wall art or whatever it might be. And then we're gonna find this category and then drill down within that category to find very specific, what are called long tail keyword opportunities in that market that are way less competitive to where we have very high upside, very low downside. And if that sounds confusing or really complicated and you're not analytical, there's no worries at all. Literally, it's a step-by-step process. It's very simple. It does take some time because if it was so easy, everyone would be doing this, but it's a lot easier once you have the right framework in place than a lot of people think. Everything will be explained. So that's kind of step one. We need to identify the big category of products that people are buying. So by category, I mean, you can go on ChatGPT or Google or look at your past Etsy purchase history and think about products that would sell well on Etsy. And you don't know at this point, that's fine because we have the data right here with Everbee. So here on the screen, you can see this is my Everbee account, or I should say one of my accounts. It is my favorite Etsy product and keyword research tool. And you can start with a free trial, which I'll be linking in the description section below, and get as far as you can with the free trial, watch this video and then see if it's worth for you actually purchasing. For me, it's definitely worth it because what you want to do is once you sign up for an account, here in the research tools section, click on product analytics. And basically, so let's say for this example, we went printable wall art. Okay, so we're interested in selling some printable wall art on Etsy. All right, we aren't the only ones, trust me. So we're gonna type in printable wall art here in product analytics. Click on search products. So here, whatever keyword you type in, Everbee extracts all listings that contain this keyword in the Etsy listing, specifically in the Etsy title, and then exports the data here. So what kind of data do we have? So for all products that contain the word printable wall art, we have a photo of the product, and we can actually click and go to Etsy, the product name, price point, monthly sales, monthly revenue, total sales, number of reviews, and the age of the listing. So really great data. And my favorite data here that I really like to work with is monthly revenue. Now, this is an estimate, so keep that in mind. All keyword tools, product research tools for, it could be Amazon, for Google, for Etsy, all rely on estimates. So keep that in mind. But I've actually compared our own product revenue to the estimated revenue in Everbee, and I have to say it's actually fairly accurate. It's a very, very accurate tool overall, but there are some discrepancies, which is why it's important to look at multiple data points, which I'll show you here in a second. It's very simple to do. We just kind of keep that in mind that it is an estimate. So what are we looking for specifically? Okay, so what I recommend you do after you type in your main kind of keyword is we're like, okay, type in just any category. What product do you want to sell? What product are you interested in selling? What do you think would be profitable? All of those, start typing those in one by one. So printable wall art, we want to organize this column here, which will show you by monthly revenue. Highest to low is what we want to sort. So let's look at it one more time to basically show us who are the top sellers in this category, right? And we want to look at the top five. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can scroll over the image to make sure that, yes, this is printable wall art. And then see that the top 5 sellers are generating anywhere from around $11,000, or even down here, yeah, around $11,000 up to about $16,000 a month for these products, per product. Really crazy. So for me, this is my personal criteria. You have to think about what are your goals? Like, where do you want to be in life? And use Etsy to get there. Okay, so what is your specific life goals? That's going to depend on your criteria. For me, and Al and I, our life goals, here's our criteria. We want to make sure that the top products are doing at least $10,000 a month or more if they're physical products. If we're looking to sell digital products, we want to make sure they're at least $5,000 a month or more. The more, the better. So let's look. Are the top 5 sellers doing at least $5,000 a month or more for this digital product? The answer is yes, about 3 times that. So that's great. So what this is telling me is people are buying printable wall art on Etsy. So we've identified a category, bingo. Let's start drilling in and finding those specific, profitable, high-demand, low-competition product opportunities. So we're going to go back to the sheet. So here, this spreadsheet, like I said before, you can get it for 100% free, linked in the description section below. Just enter your name and email. I'll send it over directly to your inbox. And once you get it, there'll be a little tab in the top left corner. Click on File, and then click on Make a Copy, and you'll get your own copy that you can play around with. And you just need a free Gmail account to use it. So you don't have to pay for this or anything. You just need a free Gmail account, and you'll be able to open this and do everything that you see here on the screen. And it might look kind of intimidating because there's a lot of data here, a lot of text, but it's very simple, and it kind of helps track all your product research process, make it very clear, and ultimately, after you fill this out, it'll show you the best products to start selling on Etsy, and you move one after the other, and the more products you launch on Etsy, the more profit you make, and so on, right? And you can totally transform your life within the next 11 months. It's crazy. So what we want to do is first, here on the far right corner, we want to actually start with product type. This is the overall category. So category, niche, product type. So we have the short tail keyword that's column H. So just here in row, so that'd be number 4. Enter in the same keyword that you entered in here in Everbee. So we have printable wall art. We go over here, and we've already entered into printable wall art. So if I was doing, you want to be printable wall art, right? So we have printable wall art. Okay, what else we have is also the average top 5 monthly Etsy seller revenue. So as we see here, what we want to do is go back to Everbee, tally this up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take the average of this and then enter the average here, which I just estimated around $14,900, because basically we want to see, what is our potential? This is where we can get with our product at the high end, but then we want to get to the more specifics. So short tail, average, and now here we still have Etsy keyword volume we need to fill out and Google keyword volume. So for Etsy keyword volume, what's great is Everbee is going to do that to us. So here in research tools, we can head down to keyword research. Okay, we're going to type in printable wall art. It can be any keyword you want, and it's going to show you related keywords and search volume. So we have 4,992 monthly searches. So that's almost 5,000 searches every month for this specific product on Etsy. Very high demand, so we go ahead and put that in here. Now, for Google Keyword Volume, this requires another tool outside of Everbee, and it is another paid tool. For me personally, I highly recommend using both an Etsy-specific tool and a Google tool, because 33% of online purchases in the United States begin on Google. A lot of people don't know that. So people actually go shopping right, and start planning their purchase on Google, and because you have two different tools, you're kind of seeing if there's discrepancies. So for example, we see Printable Wall Art has high Etsy keyword volume, but low Google keyword volume is kind of like, okay, is this legit or not? Because they're both estimating. But if we see it's high for both, then we know, okay, this is a high demand product. So it's optional. So we have Google keyword volume here for the product type, and we also repeat here Google keyword for the specific product. But keep in mind, this is optional. Anyway, so now, we have our search volume, we've entered that here, we have our top 5 Etsy revenue, we have our short tail keyword, that's basically just the category keyword, the niche keyword you can kind of think of, is that shortest keyword that describes a specific type of product. Okay, so we have that all filled in here, great. That's the overall category. Now it's time for the fun stuff, right? While you're actually watching this video for the specific high demand, low competition Etsy product opportunities. So once you filled out this section over here, and when you start off, it'll just be this first row here, right? Then when we find multiple opportunities within the same niche, then we kind of go down and drag down like that, okay? And next, head back to Everbee. In keyword research, make sure you have your main keyword typed in, so printable wall art. Hit search, and then what we want to do is click on the filters here. For the keyword section down there, we want to Command-C to copy, Command-V to include. So make sure you include that same keyword. For volume, I'd recommend starting 100 minimum, maximum of 200. We're going to start there, then collect as many ideas as we can, then move 200 to 300, 300 to 400, and so on up to find really specific opportunities. And you'll see why here in a second. So we have our opportunities here. Basically, all products or keywords that shoppers are typing into Etsy that contain the word printable wall art between 100 to 200 monthly searches are all displayed right here. And you want to make sure that you filter here by the volume from highest to low. And again, we want to make sure we expand through the full keyword. All right. And then what we want to do is just think honestly like, what is interesting here? Like, what is a specific opportunity that could be a really good seller? And we don't know. That's why we're doing the research, and we're going to find out later once we collect more data. But it's anything that kind of piques your interest, right? A product that you think realistically people will buy, and we already know there's demand for it because there's keyword volume. But yeah, so for example, terracotta printable wall art. That's interesting. Now here it says printable wall art terracotta, but I'm going to put terracotta printable wall art, or just actually, I'm going to write the lowest. Terracotta wall art. Sorry, terracotta printable wall art. There we go. Basically changing the order a bit, because this is kind of how you're going to start, but then think, what would someone type in? Like wall art printable terracotta kind of sounds weird. What would you type in? It would be terracotta printable wall art, so that's what you kind of insert. It doesn't matter as much, just that's why it's not exactly the same on the sheet as it is here. Printable wall art for mom, that's kind of interesting, like maybe mom wall art, that could be interesting, so I'm going to type in, mom wall art, or actually maybe just wall art for mom. Art for moms. This is basically not telling you what to sell. It's kind of helping you come up with ideas that will then later. Teen room. See, this teen room printable wall art is kind of vague to me, like, because there's different designs for teen room. It's like maybe pink printable wall art, or I don't know what else there would be. If you haven't seen, I'm not a teen girl, so I'm not really sure. Love quote wall art. That could be interesting. So love quote wall art. And so on, right? And we're just kind of generating some ideas, but as many as you want. I recommend filling out the sheet with 100 different ideas. Yes, it's going to take some time. You can hire someone to do this with this exact video. Send it to them and have them do this, but it's well worth the time. The more products you research, the more you're going to find that those few golden opportunities, be able to sell them, and just it's going to pay off so much, because product research is the most important part of the Etsy process by far. It makes everything else easier: SEO, advertising, and ultimately profitability. So anyway, keep going down. If you want, then you can, you've seen all you can, or all the ideas you think are good, then you move to 200 to 300, just staying one section at a time, and kind of moving up, right? And then you do the same thing here. So say geometric wall art, that's kind of interesting. So we do like geometric wall art. And some have the word printable and some don't. You can look at kind of the data for both. But again, I'm kind of looking at that specific product, because if people are buying, let's say, geometric design wall art, and they're actually buying the wall art, they may be interested in buying a printable digital download that they can then turn into it at a lower price. Okay, so that's why I don't really care if it has the word printable as much, and it doesn't really matter. So we have the keywords over here. These are our product ideas. How do we know if they're good or not? Well, if they have high demand, there's people making money, and there's an opportunity here in column F. So let's start with, this is kind of interesting, wall art for moms. Let's check this out. So wall art for moms, we're going to start here. You can start anywhere. But we want to find Etsy keyword volume. So we go back to Everbee, keyword research. We want to go back here, Command-V to paste, and hit search. And it's going to tell us the search volume. So wall art for moms, 1,447. It's great. And the key here is, what is good or bad search volume somewhere? It's relative, okay? You're looking at, because you're not looking on a product basis, you're going to compare all the products together at once. And if there's a certain product that has very high search volume, it has high monthly revenue, and there's an opportunity to differentiate, which I'm going to show you using Amazon for free, then it's going to lead you, these are definitely the products you should start with. Let's go there. So that's the Etsy monthly keyword volume, 1,447 searches per month on average. We can skip the Google keyword volume for now. Etsy revenue, what we're going to do to find that is Command-C to copy that again. Click on product analytics, because that's going to give us find the top seller. And in the search product kind of bar, this is where we want to put our keywords. So we'll kind of give it a second to load there. Enter it in. Click on search products. And we want to make sure that we organize from highest to monthly revenue. Okay, but before we just blindly kind of copy and paste the top seller, we want to hover over these images and say, okay, does this match the keyword? So these are, another word I would use to describe this is floral. These kind of work for moms. What I'm looking for is it should have the word mom in the listing, which it does not have, or in the actual design. So these are floral. These are for moms. But here we go. It has the word mom in it. That's what I'm looking for, because someone, like, I want very specific. To me, this is a great gift for moms, but it's a floral wall art, if that makes sense. If I choose one keyword to describe it, it would be floral printable wall art, for example. Where this is specifically for moms, has the word mom in it. Because that's what I want to look at is very specific. I'll show you another example. So it's 10,416 per month. So here, the top seller for specifically for mom wallet for moms or mom wallet is this. And back here on that listing, what you can do is actually click. It's going to open up the side tab with all this different data. And I want to click on view on Etsy because I want to extract that URL. So I'm going to Command C to copy this listing URL once it kind of loads here. Go back to my spreadsheet and just paste it in here. So here's the top seller. Here's how much revenue. Here's the keyword volume. And of course, if you want, Google keyword volume as well. Again, to kind of show you that example of what, because I know it can be a little bit confusing. Geometric wall art. Let's do one more. Go back to everybody. Exit out of that. We want to look at geometric wall art on Etsy. So we're going to search for products. And again, organized by highest, lowest monthly revenue, which is the default. Now, again, hover over and just think, is this, geometric? In this case, yes, I think this is geometric, but there's a lot of options that are kind of more, organic or, that I don't know if I would necessarily call like geometric. Okay, like this here, that'd be more of a horse wall art. It's very organic. Just kind of be careful. This is again geometric. This is not really geometric. It's like a tree wall art, but it has the word geometric somewhere in the title, so that's why it shows up. So that's all I'm saying. Is just be careful. In this case, what is the top seller? So again, top seller here doing about 7,562. We're gonna go here 7,562, and then copy. And you may be thinking, like Sumner, that's cool. Remember, we want to sell printable wall art. This is not printable. This is a $200 picture. And here's secret number one that I'll share with you is find these kind of top selling designs. People are buying this for the design, right? Now, a certain percentage of shoppers are only going to buy the physical version. They don't care about digital. They want the physical. Maybe this has wood in it, right? They want that for their home. There's a percentage of shoppers that love the design. They don't want to pay that expensive price, $200 for art. So there's a percentage that are willing to buy a digital version of this. Now, I'm not saying to copy this design and sell it as a digital product. But what you can do is use this inspiration. Why do people like this product? It has those woody elements, those kind of triangles. Use that. You can either do this yourself using Canva or other tools of your designer. You can also go on Fiverr.com or Upwork.com, which are both great, and find a designer like we have to help design this product and say, hey, use this as inspiration to design a digital product. Because what do we know? We know that people like this product. So keep in mind the top seller for geometric wall art, this is a physical product, and we want to sell a digital product, but we can create a digital version of it in a way. Again, do not copy other people's work. That's not just unethical, it's copyright infringement. So just kind of keep that in mind. That's not what I'm advocating. I just want to make that clear. But keep in mind, nothing new is under the sun. There's just different versions of the same thing. So create a better version, a version people like more, and sell that. Okay. So we're not there. Again, anything that you see like a hole like here or here or like, over here, that means we need to fill in, for terracotta printable wall art, we need Etsy revenue, we need Etsy keyword volume and all of that. So wherever there's these white spaces, that means, that needs to get filled in. We already know how to do it, so you can go ahead and fill that in as you go through. You can see that we've already filled out these sections here. Now, what's really important is this differentiation opportunity section. This is what I'm really excited. Okay, so this is the big secret. So, Amazon.com. This is a free website. It is the largest e-commerce platform on planet Earth. So people spend, on average, 54 times more money on Amazon than Etsy, just for scale, okay? So that means, Amazon generates 54 times more revenue than Etsy does. It's 54 times bigger than Etsy. So why does that matter? Because we want to find top-selling products on the biggest e-commerce platform in the world. Again, use those designs as inspiration and see, could we take a design like this, right? Similar, not the same, not copying it, but some of those similar elements, create a digital product and become a top-selling product on Etsy. I can actually show you an example of someone already doing that. They actually found a top-selling product on Amazon, pretty much copied it almost identically, actually, and it's now one of the top-selling products for that specific keyword on Etsy and so on. So it's really powerful and it's free, and I'm going to show you. Okay, so how does this work? So go back to the spreadsheet. Let's just start here with wall art for moms. Command C to copy. Go to Amazon.com. If you're in another country, make sure you're using a VPN. It needs to be Amazon.com. Like that's the biggest platform. There's Amazon UK, Amazon Australia, Amazon Emirates, all these different places. The US is the biggest, and the majority of you are American. So we're just going to command you to paste. Okay. Scroll down. When you see sponsored here, ignore the sponsored. Okay. We don't care about that. We want to start looking where it doesn't say sponsored. And what you also want to look for is which products have the highest number of reviews. Why do we care about that? Because for someone to leave a review, they have to buy. And on average on Amazon, about 1% of shoppers leave a review, which is actually way lower than Etsy, which is anywhere from like 2 to 5%. So it's 1%. So basically, the number of reviews, multiply that by 100, and that's the estimated revenue for that product. So what does that mean? Where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's reviews, there's sales. So the more reviews, that's more sales. There you go. You don't need another keyword tool. You don't need another product research tool. You can use Amazon for free. And another little tip is Amazon wants to make money. And same thing with Etsy. So they're going to take the products that sell the best for that keyword, and usually they're going to show them at the top of the page. So we just want to look at the top 10 results here. And look at specifically the 10 results with the most reviews. Those are the top selling products for that keyword. In this case, wall art for moms, or we can even do this, see if there's a difference. Mom, wall art. There should be a difference, but let's see. In sponsor, there is. Actually, that actually does look like a bit of a difference. But you can kind of type in both and kind of scroll down. So anyway, let's do wall art for moms. It's actually interesting. Usually it's not this different, wall art for moms. But you can kind of type in a couple different keywords to find. And again, our goal is to find top selling designs. So that's kind of cool. Mom's Kitchen, that's kind of cool. 187 reviews, not bad. That seems to be the most as I'm scrolling down here. Yeah, personalized, not really specifically for moms. 175 as well. That looks nice. So here's what I'm seeing. Number one, Mom's Kitchen design, something like that. So this is just like a black and white, design, Mom's Kitchen, with this sort of font, some different utensils. Maybe I make it colorful, maybe I do some things differently. I might make some different versions if it's a digital product. But this is the overall design, kind of the template that we're going to base our product on. Then we're going to scroll down. And we see this one here, 175 reviews, to my mom, and just this default text. And actually, I think I can definitely improve upon this because I think it's really cluttered. So these are two top-selling products for mom art on Amazon. So let's check out Etsy. So we're going to go to Etsy.com, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to cross-reference. So we're going to go up here, the same keyword. We just want to use that. type it in, type in wallet for moms, and again, same idea here. We want to scroll past all the ads. We want to see what's organically ranking. So ad by Etsy seller here. This is an ad. This is an ad. Scroll past all the ads and just look at organic. Okay. And then we want to see, okay, what are the products that are selling here on the first page? So go through the first page. So we have, this one here. I didn't see this on Amazon. All right, kind of scrolling through, right? And the question that I'm asking in my head is, do I see this design or this design in search results? So I'm scrolling down. And so far I'm not. You see Mom's Kitchen anywhere? And you can comment, let me know in case I missed it, but I don't think so. Or that other design. Boom, look at that. All of page one. We're gonna go back. This design, these two designs do not exist. So what I'm gonna do is go back to my spreadsheet, so wallet for moms. Is there an opportunity? Yes. Why is there an opportunity? There's actually a couple, but I'm gonna put one where it is like Mom's Kitchen, black and white, like mono, or mono, whatever. Anyway, Mom's Kitchen, black and white, and maybe I'll also click on this listing, and I'll copy the link here for reference, which is actually huge. But anyway, just kind of giving, so is there opportunity on Etsy? Yeah, there is. Does it guarantee that if we sell a product like this, it's going to sell well on Etsy? No. That's why you need to launch multiple products on Etsy to see success. 80-20. 10 to 20% of your products, especially the top 5%, are going to generate the majority of your profit. So keep that in mind. But basically, I'm asking, if I want to sell a wallet for moms, is there opportunity? The answer is yes. There are top-selling designs on Amazon, but there's no version that exists on Etsy. And actually, just to make sure, what I like to do, it's a bit more complex, but it's very important to do, is I would do Mom's Kitchen art. And let me see if there's already one that says Mom's Kitchen on it. No. There's one for kitchens. This kitchen is for dancing. This is just a general kitchen one. Amazing. There's nothing for moms for kitchen. There is this Mom's Kitchen, but it's not a digital, and it's a different design. It's wood. It's a totally different design. So even though this exists, it's an ad, which usually I ignore. I want to see what's organically ranking. Yeah. In my view, there's definitely an opportunity here, and you just kind of copy and paste and keep going through the process if that makes sense. We're trying to find that discrepancy. And the reason we did all this, okay, that's a lot of work. Well, yeah, if it was easy, it's easy. Or I should say it's simple, but it takes time. If it was just so fast and everyone could do this, which, by the way, this really speeds up the process, then everyone would be selling and become super saturated. But this is a way to find those specific opportunities. And then what I want to do is I kind of look at both sides. I look at the orange side over here, the specific product, and the product type over here. And basically what I see here is if I sell, affirmation wall art and I become the top seller, let's say I sell the best design, I become the top seller, I can make anywhere, realistically on the high end, between $11,000 a month to about $15,000 a month realistically. Because, keep in mind, any of these foggy, all of these products, and let me actually go down here, because now we have more designs. So, get rid of these. It's all the same, right? Because all of these here in column A came from the root here on column H. So this is kind of like the low end of what we can expect, and this is kind of the high end if we become the top seller. Because any of these, spiral wall art, mushroom wall art, wall art for moms, geometric wall art, potentially, not guaranteed, but potentially could become a top seller here on Etsy, and then meet with the top sellers and do around $15,000 a month. So that's kind of the range I look at. It could be anywhere from, for example, for this product, $2,000, $15,000 a month. If I became the top seller, if I have an amazing design, and remember, anywhere from 1 to 2 out of 10 of your products are going to be home runs. Okay, so keep that in mind. That's why you kind of launch more, but it's a good kind of way to look at it. And once I kind of fill out this full sheet like you've done, what I look at is what products here, and I recommend at least 50 to 100. It takes way faster with this process than you think, and you can get so much done in 1 week. You can find dozens of amazing products to start selling on Etsy. So what I like to look for is what products have the highest Etsy keyword volume, highest Google keyword volume, highest monthly revenue, and that I think have the best opportunity to differentiate, and that part is qualitative. This part over here, this is all quantitative, right? We have data. But that's where the art comes into this, because it's a science and an art. That's a reason why if it's just blank copy and paste, that anyone could just do it. Where you kind of need to think, okay, what would be like the cheapest or the fastest for me to create? What do I think people would really like? Get in the mind, like if you're a mom, right? You're not a mom, you're a daughter buying a product for your mom. Are you honestly, realistically going to buy that? Like, do you think so? Do you think there's a good opportunity there? If yes, great, move forward. So I'm trying to find, where do I really think, oh my gosh, there's definitely an awesome opportunity here, and there's high, keyword volume and high monthly revenue. That's great. I'm like, boom, bingo. I'm going to launch and see how it does and experiment with that. If that makes sense. So that's kind of how I interpret the data. It's not like, oh yeah, this is exactly the product you should launch. You're guaranteed to be successful. If anyone's telling you that, they are lying, trying to maybe sell a course or whatever. But this is, extremely powerful. I hope you see the value of it. And remember, you can access this spreadsheet as well as the free trial of Everbee. I'll be linking that below. So again, thanks so much for watching. I hope you found this valuable, and look forward to seeing you in the next one. In this video, I'm going to share with you a very little known hack and tool that most e-commerce sellers at all, especially Etsy sellers, don't even know about, that is going to drastically help you transform the way that you research new products to launch to ultimately find high demand products that people are searching for, but there aren't many options or very good options on Etsy that make it easier for you to rank, get seen, and ultimately get sales. So if you haven't seen it yet, hi, my name's Sumner, I'm Allie's husband, and I'm super excited for this video, so let's go ahead and dive in. Now, quickly before we get to it, this will require a paid tool, so I'm just letting you know in advance, but I'm going to show you why, and it's a pretty inexpensive tool as well, but I'm going to show you how to use this. And of course, it's completely up to you what you do with your product research, but this is a tool that Allie and I have been using between our Amazon, our Walmart, and our Etsy products, and in total, it helped us generate over $1 million in revenue of our own products that we sell by using this strategy. So super powerful, and we pay for this tool every single month because it's so powerful. So here's how it works. We're going to go to a tool called KeySearch, and there are other tools like this, like Ubersuggest or others, where basically these are Google keyword research tools. Now, why are we using a Google keyword research tool for Etsy product research? Well, the reason is that about 1/3 of all product purchases that are made online in the United States begin on Google. So a huge percentage of people that are on Google are there to actually buy, either immediately now or in the near future. So we know that people are searching for products on Google, and Google is the largest search engine. It's way bigger than Amazon, way bigger than Etsy, way bigger than any other search engine on the planet, which makes it a great place for research, even better than some of these other places. But again, this is just another tool to kind of add to your arsenal and another skill set to have that is going to help you kind of have a complete product research portfolio. This is maybe the most powerful. So, okay. We have the tool, Key Search. We're going to go to the keyword research section here. It's all you need. They have a bunch of different tools. This is the only one that that we use. And what you're going to do is write down a list of passions that you have, hobbies, interests that you have, right? If you're already selling products for a specific niche, for kids or hunting knives or t-shirts or whatever it is, then you can kind of use that in your mind. But if you're just getting started, you're wondering, okay, Summer, I don't really know what product to sell. Well, this is a great place for you because just write down a list of your interests or hobbies, and then think about products that would relate to that. So, for example, let's say that maybe I already create custom knives, and I thought, hey, my friends came to me and said, you should sell your knives on Etsy. Right? Okay, awesome. I can create basically any knife. What knives should I create and sell on Etsy? And by the way, this example I'm giving you is a real example from one of the students in this course. So that's why I'm showing you a real example, and then I'll show you another one as well, because it can work with any product. So what we'll do here is, okay, we're a knife maker, and we specifically make hunting knives. What type of hunting knife should I sell on Etsy? This tool's going to help us. We're going to type in hunting knife here in the search bar. You can either select a specific country like the United States or the United Kingdom or whatever, or what I like to do is keep all locations, because for most of our products we actually ship international through Etsy. So we keep all kind of locations, and then for here we want related keywords, okay? Then we're gonna go ahead and hit on the search bar. Now, as you can see here on the side, I've actually already run the search. So we give it a second to run, it's already run. And then here what we wanna do is see all this kind of messy data. I'm gonna help you just cut right down to the gold. So here in the score column, kind of see me hovering over here? Go ahead and organize this column in descending order from highest to lowest. So what score is basically, it's a score that's given from this tool, and it tells you how competitive or non-competitive a particular keyword is. Now, there's a lot of keywords here. Some of them are product-related, some of them are, not product-related or not Etsy-related. For example, we have hunting knife Amazon. Obviously, that may not be as relevant for us. But basically, the more red or the higher the number is, the more competitive that product is, the more search there are, the more results there are on Google. Because keep in mind, when you type in for a product on Google, Amazon listings show up, Etsy listings show up, Walmart shows up, right? Other D2C, Shopify websites or whatever show up as well, blog sites. So Google's kind of this compository of all of these different links. So if there's not a lot of competition on Google, the biggest search engine, right? There's a good chance there's not a ton of competition on Etsy, or there's definitely room to compete, if that makes sense. That's the theory. But by the way, the theory works. I won't be making a video if this didn't actually work really well. So we want to stay away from anything with a higher number. So what we're going to do is immediately we organize by score. We're going to scroll down all the way past. And as you can see, the majority of keywords that you find are going to be higher competition. So scroll down. I like to get more into the 30s range, which we see here, right? Starting here around 39. So anywhere highlighted in green, this simply means this is a fairly low competition keyword. That when someone types in this keyword in Google, there's not a ton of options for this keyword on Google. And then we're going to cross-reference and check Etsy and see, okay, are there a lot of options on Etsy? So for example, all right, so we have hunting knife sharpeners. So we sell knives, not really sharpeners. Maybe you want to sell a sharpener, that could be useful, but we'll scroll down. We have engraved hunting knife. That's interesting. There could be a lot of people interested in engraved. We have, as you can see here, Joe, scroll all the way to the top. This column here is search volume. So how many times is this keyword searched into Google per month? Again, keep in mind these are estimates. All of these are estimates, but this is one of the most accurate tools. This tool is actually recommended to me by a woman who generates over $20,000 per month in profit just from affiliate income from her blog site. She uses this tool to write all her blog posts because of how accurate it is and inexpensive. So that's kind of the reason why I'm using this. And we have the volume over here, so scroll back down. So we see that, for example, where do we go? There we go. Engraved hunting knife, 480 people on average are searching for this per month, and there's not a lot of competition. So that's a really great sign. Anytime that there's at least 100 monthly searches, that's a good indication to me that there's demand. People are searching for this product, but there's not a lot of options for it. So that's a potential opportunity for us to come in and create our own product and make it easier for us to rank on Etsy and indirectly also rank on Google, which we'll talk about in later videos when we talk about search engine optimization. So engraved hunting knife, what I'll do is I'm going to write that down. That's a potential opportunity. It doesn't mean it's guaranteed going to work and you're going to make a bunch of money from it, but it's a good potential opportunity. So I'm going to write that down on a piece of paper or Google Sheets or whatever. Here's another one, bone handle hunting knife. Very interesting. 260 searches every month for this keyword with low competition. Right? So I'm going to write this down, and I'm going to keep going down. Razor hunting knife. Right? Some things I don't understand because I'm not in this niche, but again, that's what is beneficial to you. Is when you're searching for products that relate to your interest, it makes it easier for you. Right? You have a better knowledge or understanding of that niche that your competitors won't have. Right? Or brand new Etsy sellers will not have. And kind of keep going down. If we see here, here's a good example of something that's low competition, but not a lot of people are searching for it. Zombie hunting knife. Only 20 monthly searches. Still low competition, but low demand. So likely, if you sell this product, you might make a few sales every year, but you're not going to make probably a lot. It's not really going to be worth your effort, right? Because you'll probably be the only option, maybe, but not a lot of people are searching for it, right? So again, I like to see at least 100. This has 20 monthly searches, where I see above 100. And it's usually between 100 to about 1,000. If it's 1,000 or more, that could be a really great opportunity. So yeah, kind of avoid that. But yeah, we already have a few options. Then what I would do is from here, after I've written down my list, and you can just do this for like an hour, just create this huge list, then go on Etsy and one by one, type in these keywords into Etsy, which I'll show you in the next example, and then see, are there a lot of options or really strong competitors, like high reviews, really great quality product, really great images? If there's existing competitors on Etsy, but they're not very good, that's a great opportunity I would consider launching on Etsy. if there's just, you search for this keyword on Etsy and there's no products at all, that's a great opportunity. Because what does that show? People are searching for it, but there's no options. So if you're the only option, or if you're one of like 5 options on Etsy, it's going to be really easy for you. And we've done this before with other products. It becomes really easy to rank, to get sales. You may not get a ton of sales, but if you do this with multiple products, it really starts adding up. And then people are going to start maybe cross-buying between your different products, increase your average order value, and it grows from there. Really, really powerful. But this is a great place, especially if you're starting out. So that's kind of number one example. Hopefully this makes sense. And I'll just do one more example to show you again. And this is kind of another idea, because I know some of you specifically were looking for print-on-demand examples. So here's a way I might approach print-on-demand. So let's say that I want to sell print-on-demand design, t-shirts, so different types of t-shirts. And I'm wondering, what should I sell, right? Like, how do I know what to sell? Well, here's an idea. So let's say, one niche would be, funny t-shirts, right? Those tend to sell really well overall, but there's a lot of competition. So let's try to find a low competition option for funny t-shirts. We're going to hit search. And again, I keep all locations because I'm selling internationally. If you want to sell specific, like for example, if your product is very German specific and you sell to the German market or to the British market or whatever, then obviously we refine that. But in most cases, I like to see all locations. Again, what do we do next? We organize by score, highest to low. Scroll all the way down. We're just going to ignore all this because this is all funny hiking t-shirts, cow t-shirts, volleyball shirts, farm shirts, plumber shirts. People are searching for it. There's a lot of competition. Okay, so we're going to scroll down, 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 all the way to the bottom to where we see more low competition, more green. And as you can see, it'll be interesting. Different keywords have different levels of. You'll see that certain categories are way less competitive than others. Others are way more competitive. So it's very interesting seeing just niches or markets and how they compare. Anyway, that's a side note. So I'm gonna scroll down. Some of these are still some of these search results are kind of useless. Like sarcastic tees, it's too broad. Like we're looking for a specific design or specific idea. So funny offensive t-shirts. Well, maybe I would research for offensive t-shirts to drill in a little bit more. Funny t-shirts UK. So maybe there's not as many options for funny t-shirts in the UK, or specifically that relate to the United Kingdom, to being British citizen or whatever. Right? But we still don't know. So we're gonna scroll down. Funny pun shirts. It's just another way of saying funny shirts. It's really broad. But here, okay, we have funny fishing shirts. That's interesting. So we have funny fishing shirts. And if we actually scroll down here too, funny fishing shirts for men, funny fish shirts, funny bass fishing shirts. Okay, something I really like to see. As I'm scrolling through here, there's a lot of, there's not just one keyword, but there's multiple related keywords that all relate to fishing t-shirts, funny fishing t-shirts. And each one of them have low competition. Obviously different levels of search volume, 140 here, 390, right? 5,400. That's really powerful. So already, if I'm going to, I'm set on selling print-on-demand products on Etsy, then I'm definitely going to look more into funny fishing shirts. So what am I going to do next? Here's what I would do. Another little hack. Okay, it's a kind of bonus for you. And we do this kind of on the reverse with Amazon. We use Etsy and then go to Amazon. But you can also do this going from Amazon to Etsy. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we've already seen, okay, fishing t-shirts. People are searching for this quite a bit, but it seems like there's not a lot of options. So let's verify this. Let's check it out. So what we're going to do first is go to Amazon. Why are we going to Amazon? Because Amazon, about 54% of the e-commerce market in the United States right now is Amazon. So 54% of sales made online are made on Amazon. Huge, right? Way more than Etsy. Way more, by multiple times more. So there's just more search volume. There's more data here in this search engine than there is in Etsy. So that's why we're starting here, right? And what I like to do, little hack, is so we'll go up here, make sure that you're signed out of your Amazon account and your Etsy account when you're doing this, as you can kind of see here, right? I've already typed in funny fishing t-shirt. Ignore all these other extensions that I have, the extra tools that I have. I'm not trying to push paid tools on you. These are just tools that we use, so just ignore them. Type in the keyword, which was funny fishing t-shirt here into Amazon. What we're going to do is look at, scroll past, these are all ads, you can see sponsored. We're going to ignore that because these are basically brands that are paying to get up in these positions. We're going to scroll down the page and look for t-shirts that have a high number of reviews. Why? Because t-shirts with a high number of reviews mean that there's likely a high number of sales, right? It's kind of like that phrase, where there is smoke, there's fire. Well, where there are reviews, there are sales, okay? Even if some of these reviews are faked, which, by the way, now Amazon has cracked down big time on fake reviews, so a lot of these are much more accurate, which is great for us, because this is data. And what we're going to do is look at t-shirt designs with high number of reviews, and then go to Etsy, and then see, okay, is this design on Etsy? And that could be a great opportunity. Not to copy the design, which I'll talk about in a second, but to bring that type of design, or elements of it, to Etsy, because it doesn't exist. So here we have maybe the best-selling t-shirt. This is ranking pretty high on the first page here on Amazon. It's 7,000 reviews. 4.8 stars, right? So people clearly are buying this product. They like this product. So let's check Etsy. Does this even exist on Etsy? So we go to Etsy. We type in funny fishing shirt, just like when it actually is funny fishing. Let's do this t-shirt. Make sure the search query is exactly the same, but it should have pretty much the same results. We're going to scroll down and get past the ads. You see up here at the top, which I'll show you how to run in later lectures, which I'm really excited for. But anyway, so we see, okay, one of the best-selling t-shirts, if not the best-selling fishing t-shirt on Amazon, is also seems to be one of the best-selling t-shirts on Etsy, right? So you can see the actual data. This isn't theory. This is reality. So to me, I'm like, okay, this design is already done. I'm not going to compete with them. I'm not going to, what I could do is take this idea, so can't work today. My arm is in a cast, so cast and fishing net, and just redesign it, have a different design. But I'm not even going to do that because that's already competitive. They're already kind of dominating that niche with that specific design. So I want to find another design. So what a lot of people do is just kind of give up. But what you want to do is go back to Amazon, keep scrolling down and look at the reviews. So we're going to look at these reviews here. So it's still kind of low. That one was like thousands of reviews. So let's see if there's another product with thousands of reviews. Here we go. Next product, it's still on the first page. It's a t-shirt, so gotta love a good pole dance. Okay, so again, some of these products I would not personally sell. This is just for an example, but all right, so yeah, gotta love a good pole dance. 4,500 reviews. We hover over, we see it's a 4.8 star. People love this design. People are buying this design. Great. I love a good pole dance. Let's see if that design is on Etsy. We're going to Etsy. Again, we already have the same, so we're going to look. Love a good pole dance. Nope. Some of these are very interesting. So there's another, see, another competitor. They just kind of copy the top selling design instead of doing what we're doing. And yeah, as we're scrolling down, that design does not exist on Etsy. That's amazing, okay? So this design right here, again, I want to be very clear on this, don't just copy. So it's gray, here's the exact design, just copy and sell it on Etsy, because that can get you in trouble for copyright infringement, because you're basically stealing their design. Don't do that. But there's nothing wrong with using the words, gotta love a good pole dance, or I love it, or it could even be I love a good pole dance, something like that. So very similar, and then change the design a little bit, and sell it on Etsy. You can even come up with a few designs, right? You just test and see which one kind of sticks the best, and pretty much they're all the same listing, same product, but just slightly different design, slightly different wording, and see which one ultimately takes off the best. But this is great data. We know, okay, at the end of this, right? I know it's kind of a lot at once, but just to recap, it's actually very simple. We are trying to find products that people are searching for with relatively high demand and low competition. So what we're doing is we're going to Google, because no one else is using Google. Google is this all-encompassing platform. It basically, if it's low competition on Google, there's likely low competition on Amazon or Etsy or these other platforms, right? Because it's so big, so competitive. So what we do is we find keywords with high search volume, right? Over here, search volume in this column, and then low competition, which is indicated by the score that they give. Then we cross-reference, okay, finding fishing t-shirts. Go to Amazon, look at a few, not just one, right? But look at a few products that have a high number of reviews that don't exist on Etsy. Bingo. And I would keep a list of those products. So those are products that I'm definitely consider launching. Make sure as well, when you're doing anything that regards any words, I like to use, it's called Trademarkio. I'm opening it right here, as you can see. All right. And then, for example, we just want to make sure that this is not trademarked. So, gotta love a good pole dance. So, gotta love a good pole dance. Hit search. Because we just want to make sure, there we go, that this is not already taken. So, as long as, and we see that, this trademark might be available. Obviously, no one has trademarked this, or let's say I love a good pole dance. Hit search, just to see. Good, I love a good pole. So these phrases are not trademarked. They're not protected. Trademark is a form of IP protection. There's copyright, patents, and trademark, those three. Trademark kind of protects images or words. And obviously, this word is not protected. So likely, you'll be able to sell on Etsy and not have any problems. No company's going to come to you and say, hey, actually, this is our registered trademark. You're not allowed to use it, so you need to take your listing down. Okay, so just another little side note that I want to give is to use this as well. And as we see, bingo, this is a great potential opportunity. By the way, what I just showed you right here, you could go launch this product and let me know how it works out. But keep in mind that the key here is, you start with one product, but keep building. Keep building your Etsy shop. It's going to take time, even for that one product that you launched for your first time, but also adding more products, because with any business, certain products, all the time, this has always been true for human history for the past thousands of years, certain products take off and do really well, even unexpected. I don't really know why it's selling so well, but it is. And others just don't sell as well, even that you thought they would. Some will sell almost nothing, some will sell a lot. So this isn't just going to guarantee your success, but this, again, the goal here is we want to reduce our risk as much as possible. We want to generate, real income every month as quickly and efficiently as possible. And we found this is one of the best tools that helps us to do that, especially for the product research process. So I hope you found this helpful. And if you'd like access to the Key Search tool, I will be including a link in the resources section or description section of this video. If you have any issues accessing it, let me know. But I hope you found this extremely valuable. Like I said, if you have any questions, definitely let me know. But this should completely change the way that you do product research. And this is going to help you blow past your competition. Literally less than 1% of Etsy sellers even know about this or do anything remotely similar. So anyway, as you see, I'm super excited for you. We've used this with success. And of course, want to share all of our secrets with you. So hope you found it valuable. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get to the next video.
The next tool we're going to be using for our product research